Welcome to my quick little guide for how to beat this annoying old son of a bitch, this Master of Time, the third boss in Furi. This is a game that, most of it is your technical, physical skill. It is your reflex and ability with a controller, your hand-eye coordination, but there's a little bit of strategy to this game that will make some of the boss encounters a little bit easier. This first stage, you can see, you don't have to worry about dodging all that much. Put your back to the barrier so that nothing can hit you in the back, and your bullets will mostly protect you from anything that's going to hit you in the front. Just slowly strafe around so that hopefully you will have a little more time to get out of the way of that fire attack or whatever that is, that cone fire attack, and just sit there and go around and occasionally pick up greens as you need to. You probably won't have to go really out of your way because at the end of this you're going to get your health back anyway. And doing this, even barely paying attention to doing it, I actually made this one after I beat it. I went back to the practice mode and did this one just to make a quick video of it. And I did it while half drunk, so as you can see, even half drunk, this strategy works and works well. It's really not all that hard. And pretty soon I'll have the barrier down, and it will start on stage 2. And if you'd like to skip to a particular stage, you'll notice I put the phase of the boss in the corner there, so if you want to skip ahead, go ahead. So you can see I'm not very good at this game, but for me, I found the easiest way to dodge that particular attack that he starts with on this stage. Charge up a dodge beforehand, and then as soon as you see them start to move, release it, and you'll usually get it. On this one took me a while. I don't know why I was so slow to figure this out, but you cannot go up there and melee attack that column. Don't do it. You're going to have to use nothing but your gun here. I found that generally it was easier for me to hit the column while those translucent balls were heading back toward me. I found the dodge a little easier at that time. You can take this one really slow if you want to try to get health stabilized before the next part of this phase. But there's not a whole lot to explain here. There's no real special strategy. You just dodge in, attack, dodge out. And that's pretty much it. You can strafe a little bit as you shoot at the column, and that will usually put you in a place where the fire is not going to come. I don't know if it's programmed that way, but it always seems like the fire goes directly at where you are when you hit it. So if you're strafing, then that's a good way to go ahead and start it. At the beginning of this part, go ahead and shoot as many of these as possible to create a little space for when he frees his time. There's two ways to go about this. You can just dodge those and then go in for the attack. Just strafe around them left and right. Or you can actually charge up a dodge move, go over the first one, and it'll put you straight in between the next two. That's an okay way to do it, I guess. See? Straight over, between, and then over the last one. Go in. It is possible to get a charged shot off on him sometimes during this phase, but I found it a little tough, so I found, just the quick 3-hit combo to be a little more reliable, I guess. There was a charge shot, though, right there. And this is when this boss fight starts to get hard, in my opinion. He loves to do that. And it's his melee attack here that really gets, I think, a lot of people. It got me, it got my friend a whole lot. Here you can see this last part of his big slash stage. It's always to the left. The last part is always usually what hit me. It's a dodge to the left. If you are facing him, it is to your left, which would be his right. I believe it always goes in that pattern. So that's the best way to do that one. And here, this is an attack that got me a lot. He throws it up. He goes in for a kick, another kick, and this one always got me. There's a pause, and then he brings his sword back down. The timing on that is really hard, but hopefully you can get it. It got me and my friend a whole lot. Here, he does these again. Just do it a little bigger. If you get hit a couple times, it really doesn't matter, because this part of the stage is where you can really recuperate. You can really take your time here and get all of your health back. As you see, the green health orbs always show up on the right side. And they always show up in the same number. See, there's 1 on the right, and then 2. They always show up right there. And then you get a pause. There's 1. Second one on the right always has greens. So it's a real easy way. You don't even have to shoot the middle to make those pop up. You can just sit there and relax and just get your health back, and that's it. Again, at the beginning of this one, go ahead and shoot as many things as possible to try to create a little space, but try not to shoot too much, because you see I continued shooting a little too long there, and now my bullets are hanging in the air. So that's kind of a problem, but it's not terrible. You can, if you want to be real safe, just run away from his melee attacks. It's a little slower, but it's a safer way to do it during this stage. To get him out of this stage of this phase, just run away, because we are all very familiar with those wave-based attacks. His fire wave, his double fire wave, and his fire wall. We all know that one real well. His melee attacks do change a little bit in this stage from last, so, and that also changes. But the fire stays the same, so just get your damage in after that. You can see here, he again goes in for this one during this stage. 1, 2, brings the sword down. A little late. It always comes down a little late, and that's always what catches me. I always end up blocking too early. This is also the same to the left. Now this one is a tough one. I slowed this down because I didn't know what was happening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Was that 6 hits? I can't even tell. That combo got me every time. I did not know what to do with it. And still, even slowing it down, I can't really tell what's happening. My character was in the way. That just drives me crazy. Thankfully, that seemed to be fairly rare. He didn't do that a whole lot. This one, he charges up. 1, 2, and then he goes straight for that. Now see, that's the annoying thing, because you're so used to that 1, 2, 3 combo from before, where he brings the sword down. This is a little different. If he doesn't throw his sword, then it's not the same one. 1, 2, 3, because he threw his sword up. He now has this 3-hit combo, which is a little different. If he continues to hold his sword while he does his 3-hit combo, then you have to dodge behind him. If he throws it up, then you have to wait 1 second for that last one, and you can parry it. Yay, you made it to the final stage. This one isn't that bad. Like, a lot of the bosses so far, the final stage isn't that bad. It almost feels like your reward. Here you go. Congratulations. These balls seem to be homing toward you, so just kind of run around and dodge. I did not do a very good job of it. But at one point I tried to just sit there and parry them. I guess you could do that, but I wouldn't suggest it. Just kind of go in a circular pattern. And here you go. Here's our strategy from the very first stage again. It works again, and it works beautifully. You're not going to have to worry that much. Just keep your back to the back barrier, go around, and take out the pillars. Thank God we learned that from the first stage. so that we didn't have to replay all the way over losing on this last final stage. And that's pretty much it. It takes a little while because there's so many of these pillars. You will often end up shooting other pillars behind other pillars that you're currently shooting at as you strafe around, which is good. It makes it go a little faster. Even a lot of your misses will be hits. But it still takes a while just because of the sheer number of times you have to shoot all of these things. So it's going to look crazy. It's going to look real intimidating. But don't go crazy. Don't try to, dodge in this bullet hell. It's not going to work out. Unless you're goddamn Superman, which I am not. And if you're looking at this guide, probably you aren't either. If you're looking for an easy way to do it, just stick with this way. I wouldn't call it cheesing it. This is just a good strategy. This is part of the game. You can shoot the bullets and dissolve them. Do it. He'll go in for one more attack there, and then it is over. That's all you gotta do. He is dead. Let's check this out in a cool alternate style. Oh man. Putting my sword through this bastard's heart felt real good, because I had to fight this guy like a good 15 times probably to get through him. It took quite a while. There he goes. Oh, that feels good. I hope it feels good for you too when you fucking murder this son of a bitch. Good luck. Murder, murder, murder.